Time is one of the most important resources we have in our lives. How to manage it? Well, it's coming up right now in this video. Hi and welcome. In this video I'd like to tell you something about how to manage time. As I said in the beginning, time is one of the most important and valuable resources we have, and at the same time one of those we are very limited on. As we all know, you cannot turn back the time, so whatever happens in our lives stays in the past and in the present, so whatever we do in the present has huge impact and influence on our future. And as we all know, what's going to happen next is the future that's coming up actually right now. It might sound a bit confusing and complex, but it ain't. But what we focus on, what we do today, has huge influence on tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be another day that's coming, and whatever you do today is going to have a huge impact on tomorrow. Same, what you're going to do tomorrow is going to have huge influence and impact on the day after tomorrow. Whatever you did yesterday has huge impact on today. So we have to focus on that, and basically we all know that we are very limited on time. And if there are any adults watching this video, I mean, probably you're all adults, you all know that the older we get and the more things that are coming up in our lives, the time just it goes by like this. It just goes faster and faster. I mean, me personally, I'm having a feeling that my time just flies and basically just rushes headlong to I don't know where, but it just flies, like just goes by at a incredible pace. So time is one of the most important resources we have because we cannot turn back. The time, information is this is the second one. So basically, in the previous video I've mentioned in my previous video, stop idolizing and refocus. I have mentioned about things that are of no value actually to us, that are very useless, like what we focus on and how should we refocus our mind. I like to say it again, that it's highly important for us to actually focus on things that really matter. Focus on things that do have good influence on us. The day is very short in my opinion. There's a lot of things to do, especially these days, these modern days. There's a lot of things to do. There's more things, interesting things to do each day. I mean, for me, for example, I'm having sometimes a feeling my day should be like at least 48 hours because I have so much to do. Not only I read a lot of books, I watch important, significant videos, where successful people give any tips on how to managing your life, making it better. I learn foreign language at the moment. I learn Italian. Somewhere in the future, next year, for example, I'm gonna learn another language. I don't know which one, whatever it may be, but I just want to learn something new. And I work. I meet with people. I make these videos where there's a lot of things I actually do during the day, and some of you have different hobbies. I mean, a lot of people have different hobbies. Me, for example, my hobby is also football. I love football. Doesn't mean I'm gonna focus all my attention and time on football, but I do like to spend time with football. That's my hobby. That's my passion. That's my interest. You have other passions and interests. Maybe you like to go to the gun range and shoot for example. Maybe you like to do other sports than football. Maybe you like to become an actor. Maybe that's why you do acting classes. But it's good if you do acting classes, is because you want to learn something. Okay, you want to learn something new, or you want to enhance and progress with whatever it is that you're doing right now. And everyone has some different particular sort of passions. It's good to focus on passions. As soon as for example, we make money or it has good influence on our lives, it pushes us actually to sort of extraction point in which we'd like to be, sort of where our goal is, finish line, whatever, or just we have a feeling we're high on life. That's okay. But if you're focusing too much time on things that are of no use, like I say, if you watch too much television, if you read too many tabloids or magazines, that kind of stuff, in my opinion, you just waste too much time. Or video games, for example. Me, I like to play. I mean, I don't play video games. Don't get me wrong. I don't play video games, at least not anymore. I used to like 5 or 10 years ago. I mean, 10 years, okay, 15 years ago, when I was in high school, for example, I had this game. It's called StarCraft. I played it like all day long. 5 years ago, it was like that was the last time I played any video game. No, like, excuse me, that was a year ago. It was a video game I played. Well, it's like I played it for couple of hours in general in a month, and I quit it just for fun, because I don't actually, I'm not too into video games too much. But even if I were, I would have to, at some point I have to quit or stop playing them, or just minimize my time on playing video games, because it's a huge waste of time. Unless you play a lot of video games and you earn money from it, then it's, you have a way for yourself to get money. So I know there's a lot of esports going up now. It's getting more famous with each day. There's a lot of people actually earning a lot of money from it. There's a lot of tournaments coming up. A lot of clans, companies, sponsors coming up to this sort of e-games arena. So I ain't got a problem with that. I mean, I support these guys. If they make money with that, that's I'm cool with that. But if you're just playing just to play, it's, for me, in my opinion, it's just a waste of time, because I'm having a feeling that a lot of people play video games because they have no goals in their lives, no particular target actually where to focus their minds. You know what I'm saying? And they just sort of let their minds, get frail. Because, like I said in the previous video, if you don't train your mind, which is like a muscle, it just gets weakened. You know what I'm saying? And you have to feed it with proper stuff. If you just play too many video games, you spend too much time on playing these video games or watching TV or things that have no value, then your mind gets, you know what I'm saying, just gets weak. You know what I'm saying, and small, and it's it's like you push over it, like you just push it away. That's the type of person that you can compare it also to the person. I mean, you can compare your mind to like that person or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that you have to focus on things that are of high significance. Time is it's one of the, if not the most valuable resource. We all know that at some point of our lives, we all gonna die. I mean, it's a lot of people, I behave, in my opinion, act as if they were never to die, as if death would never come. It's going to happen, whether you like it or not. Some people die at the age of, for example, 80, 90, and die because of, being old, or get cancer, or whatever. There was a lot of people. I mean, sad story is, I knew people, two folks, who died at the age of 20 something, before they turned 30. I knew these people. They weren't like very close friends of mine, but I knew these people actually. They died at the age of somewhere between 20 and 30. They died because of, cancer, whatever. Cancer at the age of 25, can you imagine? That kind of stuff happens. So we have to sort of use our time. If you like to travel abroad, visit a country, yes, do it. But don't be like, waste your time on things that are of no value. If you really want it, just keep on going. Why can't you just focus on things that you really, really want? You know what I'm saying? We all have a lot of things to do. Okay, we go to job, we get up in the morning, we eat breakfast, we drink coffee, get a shower, get to the job where we work like from 8 to 10 hours, for example. Some would do even more. Then we go back, then we eat dinner. Then we play with our children, talk to our spouse about our financial issues and that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. Then we get so tired, we have no actually energy for anything else, not even for our passions again. So just sit there, watch something at the TV, and we just fall asleep, right? So a lot of people's lives look like that. And it's pretty actually sad, because they have, in my opinion, they have no clue that actually what they're doing with their lives and their family's life is bad. It may have very tragic sort of impact on, for example, their children's lives in the future. But so education is another stuff. Education itself is another topic. But I mean, what you focus on is very important, because, like I said, we are very limited on time. So we have to sort of. So one of the important tips, one of the great tips, actually, how to perfectly manage your time, is that when you look at a day, we have to set how much time we'd like to spend on that, in order to get everything done. Procrastination is what characterizes lazy people. Is that is as it's a thing that we decide to do some particular things, especially important ones, like I don't know, cleaning house, cleaning dishes. We do it for later. Okay, we could put it later because first we'd like to, I don't know, maybe play a video game, whatever. So the dishes can wait. It's procrastination, leaving the important things for later. And very often, what happens, we either we don't have the time to do it anymore, or we just don't want to do it because we don't have energy and time for that. I mean, the will to do that, right? So we go like, I'm gonna do it in the morning, tomorrow. So fine, okay. So managing time is a very important thing. Like I said, I made a brief video here because I can talk about it for hours. I suggest that if you like to, maybe buy a book about managing time, listen to people how they give successful people, they give a lot of good tips actually on how to manage your time. But me, for example, what I'm trying to give you right now, the best tip I can give you right now is that when you focus on your day, when you look at your day, I mean, a lot of days can look differently. They all don't, they not all excuse me have to look the same, but when you look at them in general, focus on, like, try to think, how much do I sleep, how much time do I spend on playing these games or talking to these people, spending time on this particular page or this page, or just try to sort of divide, like, on your whole day on sort of particular patterns, and sort of, I mean, like boxes, bigger, smaller boxes, 15-minute box, 8 hours box, 8 hours box is your job box, 15 minutes box is like the box where you spend time on Facebook. I look at it from the wider angle, or from the top, look at them, and just say, do I need this box? Do I need this box? Are they really, like, important? Because in my opinion, if I manage it properly, I look at it from time to time. Don't want to be lazy. I want to do something with my life. If I take like, for example, these two boxes over here, that one 15 minutes each. Excuse me. One of them represents, for example, how much time. 15 minutes. It's how much time I spend on websites that have no influence. For example, no good influence, like Instagram. Because for example, I spend 15 minutes on Instagram daily. Okay, and this box, for example, is like 20 minutes. Is how much time I spend on Netflix. Do I really need to watch TV shows on Netflix? If yes, then okay. But if not, okay. I push them away. I pull them out of my daily schedule. And hey, I've just noticed that I have extra 35 minutes. What could I do with 35 minutes? Well, I could do a lot of things. I can walk a dog. I can get a shower, or do whatever I want. But if I, for example, picked a book, and read something important, by the end of the day, week, month, I'm gonna look at it, look back, and I'm gonna say, hey, I've spent this much time on reading books. Did I learn something good? Yes, I learned something good. Okay, I learned something. I received a new skill. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna keep spending more time, like I did, or even more time, trying to find more time on things that are important. Or did I learn, or if I haven't learned actually anything interesting, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this box away as well, and maybe gonna try to fill it in with something else, like, I don't know, maybe learning language, or learning other skills, like, for example, if you're a professional soldier, for example, maybe you'd like to focus on that time on a sort of martial arts to make you feel like in a better condition, better shape, you know what I'm saying? Or, for example, if you love cooking, but you don't have the time because you spend too much time on something else, maybe instead of watching TV shows, maybe if you spend like 30 minutes a day on, like, cooking different things, maybe difficult, by the end of the month, I'm gonna be like, hey, I've spent, instead of watching TV show that had no influence on me, or actually was a waste of my time, I spent 30 minutes each day on a thing that taught me something, and thanks to that, I've learned a new skill. So am I satisfied with that? Yes, I'm gonna keep on doing that. Can I improve it? Can I find something else during my day that has bad influence, is a waste of time? Yes, okay, I'm gonna switch it, the box, and etc, etc, etc. If not, I'm gonna find something else, and that's how it goes. You have to look at your whole day, because, like I said, time, we are very limited on time. Okay, time is a very valuable resource. A lot of people go like from Monday to Friday, work 8 to 10 hours, get this sort of amount of money, and by the end of first or second week, they lose all their money, have no more money, for bills, food, and that kind of stuff, and they live up to the next payment, right? And every single weekend, we go to like, okay, we work hard from Monday to Friday, then we come back home, we play video games, we watch TV, we whine, blah blah blah, and by the end of the week, when the weekend comes, I'm gonna tank, down the hatch, and basically I'm gonna go to the party, just gonna spend a lot of time. I'm gonna do some stupid stuff. I'm gonna regret later. And what about if once, for example, I chose not to go to the party, okay, and I decide to stay home, and instead of wasting that time on whatever that we waste on, like beer, vodka, alcohol, whatever, the party, we decide to maybe buy a book and just spend one weekend, during the month, or maybe 2 weeks or three, whatever, during the month, and just read something new, read a book, or try to learn something new. Wouldn't that have a good influence on our lives? So like I said, what we focus on is the most important thing, because we are very limited in time. So I suggest that you really focus on what's really important in your lives. So that was a brief video on managing time. I suggest that you read more about it on the internet, follow people who have wide and huge knowledge of that, and who actually teach about that. Maybe read books, whatever. I tell you about it because I found it very interesting and life-changing, actually, managing time. Like I said, I used to be, like the same way. I used to spend a lot of time. I used to waste a lot of time, and I just can't look at people wasting their lives by doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So I hope you learned something from that as well. So hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and God bless.